So when it comes to using the camera to record, it's a fairly simple operation. Again, you have to make sure that you have your lens cap open. Open up the camera there so you can see what you're actually going to do. And if you remember rightly from the first video, we pressed down the green button. That puts the camera on, and the first setting we get to is what we call camera record. So this is now armed and ready to record, and the only thing we really need to press now is this button here, the rec button. If you have a look at the camera itself, you can see here it says STBI, that's standby, and that will change as soon as I press the record button, and it goes red. Now it's possible, if you really want, to look at what you're filming through here and save battery, but to be honest, you're better off having a look through the lens at the main viewfinder here, because you get a better sense of the picture, and it's also in widescreen. When you're operating the camera itself, there is another button here which is very important. It's marked W and T, and it's operated simply by waggling from side to side. Now if I waggle it from side to side, you can hopefully see what happens. As it goes towards T, that's telephoto, so in other words it's zooming in on something. If I go for the W, then that is a widescreen, and that allows me to see much more. So T and W are your two extremes there. The one thing that I would recommend against is don't zoom in the middle of a shot. It usually looks very, very unprofessional. It's far better if you can put this on a track and track in by moving the camera towards or away from the thing that you're actually filming. That's how to operate the camera. Now, if we want to then have a look at what we've filmed, which we should, it's called reviewing the footage, we need to press this green button again. Stop the recording first, of course. And if we press this button again, you'll see that comes to the camera memory button, which we don't want. And if I do it again, we've got play edit a second time around. Now you'll see here that the buttons are all operated by hand on the screen, a little bit like the iPad itself. So if you press here, or here, you've got a rewind button. So this allows me to rewind the tape. This allows me to play it. I can see what I've taken. It's not particularly scintillating footage, but it's alright. And then I can work out whether I need to shoot it again. Now, one important point here. Wherever you stop it, make sure that it's after the footage. And usually you leave a couple of seconds after the footage is finished. The reason is that the camera rolls back once you press stop. If you could hear that little noise, that's just the camera rolling back. And sometimes what happens is people will tend to record over the last part of the footage that they were recording, and that's really bad news. So always give yourself a little bit of a gap. And that is basically how to use this little beast. Easy, isn't it?